Hello! We're back. Bonus stream, a Monday stream since I have the day off work. And I'm excited about playing this game with all the fancy new graphics, the path tracing mod. And today we're actually going to start the stream exploring in greater depth some of the settings. Things that you can tweak in terms of the sun position and lighting, temperature, things like that. And also looking at some of the performance settings and how some of those may be. You choose a fallback option if you can't run all the ray tracings, every single bell and whistle, if you turn off some of the bells. How does that impact the look of the game, and briefly at performance and stuff as well. So I've also unlocked a few more areas as I've played through the game, so we get to see some new venues, new locations with all the beautiful, beautiful lighting. Just a tiny bit of housekeeping. So I've been pleased that I've been able to upload these streams to YouTube, and they've been fairly well received. When I was running the channel, I used to spend many hours making, 10 hours to make a 10-minute video. And as I've become an adult and I have other responsibilities, I can't really afford the time to do that. So I'm just glad that they've been fairly well received. And I think what I'll do is I'll have streams where I do a little bit of technical type of mod tutorial configuration exploration at the front end. And then maybe at the tail end of the stream, I'll just continue playing through the game and what have you. So for people who don't want to stick around, don't have to sit through all that, watching me play the game very poorly. What else? I'll try to start adding timestamps also to help people skip around. I also did want to call out there was one very colorful commenter with some getting a lot of feedback in the comments. Someone said, "Why is he wearing sunglasses inside? Who do I think I am?" And then they pointed out that it's not hiding the fact that I have a receding hairline. It's not distracting from the fact that I have a receding hairline. And I was really disappointed because they're so right. I thought that these glasses were going to somehow bedazzle you guys or distract you, or maybe cast an illusion spell, make my hair look longer, but not working. So I'm not sure if I should wear them or not, but I do want to be attentive to my audience, so I've prepared a couple of alternatives. I think maybe this one, the vendor said this one has got a more powerful enchantment. So I think I probably look like I have like a really bushy and flowing locks. I think that's what it was as advertised, so this might be a better fit, I think. It's going to distract, make me look like I have hair. Also, not just that option, we can also go for the Bloodborne aesthetic. Now I'm wearing a hat. Might actually, this is better at hiding my hairline, and then the glass is also the additional layer of brilliance and distraction. You guys don't even know what's going on or who I am. Who is this guy? Okay. All right. Well, all kidding aside, let's move forward. I'm just, it's fun to participate in the chit chat in the comments, and yes, if you guys haven't noticed, there's even a distinct lack of hair back there. But hopefully you guys don't notice that, or you know what? I think I might wear the shades anyway. It's just comfortable, kind of bright in here when got all my streaming lights and stuff on, and just kind of vibes. I don't know. If you guys hate it, just tell me, and then I'll consider doing something different. But not today. All right, let's segue into the actual game. What's up, Roots? It's vibes, right? It's vibes.
It's vibey.
Oh, also, and I'll do towards the end of the stream, I'll do a brief show and tell about just who I am on YouTube and stuff. And with regard to modding, a couple minutes at the end, because I think I'm getting some new viewers, people who aren't familiar with me, since these are going on YouTube now. So if anyone actually cares, they'll stick around to the very end of the video. See a little spiel about me. All right, continue. How you doing, Roots? LFG, you guys. Let me know if we encounter any other technical issues. I have been trudging through parts of this game just because I want to see more areas, off stream. And I remember why everyone loves this particular Dark Souls so much. I mean, there is a lot of unique stuff about this one to love, but I was also remembering why some people don't love everything about it. But I certainly love how it looks. All right, so we're going to start by doing some of the technical tutorial configuration type of activity. We're going to go to a place where we start to demonstrate things. There was also a comment about how Dark Souls 2 level design, world design is nowhere near as interesting as Dark Souls 1 and 3, and not just the overall world design and connectivity, but just the spaces. I think it's just like a bunch of hallways and nonsensical layouts and just flat gray walls with no decoration. And that's probably true in some areas, but my sort of response to that, and part of what just keeps me so fascinated with this mod, is that even otherwise completely mundane corner, this corner of the wall, the way the light will just sort of move around and behave and be responsive to it, it just makes everything look more compelling or interesting or engaging. So anyway, all right. So here's one of my favorite locations in terms of the lighting in the mod and just the background. Lighting shifts because of exposure. So if I get closer here, you see all the complex geometry back there. Light spilling in from the... Maybe it's this one. Oh, we have a turtle back there hiding. This is a better spot. Just the way it just gradually curls into the nips and tuck the folds, crevices. All right, and enough glazing. Bring up the menu. All right, so I've covered some of this stuff in a little bit in the previous videos, and we're just going to be covering a little bit more. UI customization, we looked at changing the size of the UI, which I guess I should turn back on. But there's also offsets to change the position of elements. You want to move them around. So these are the scale, so you can see in real time. Look at those jumbo UI buttons. Ginormous console UI. You can scale it, but then these are also offsets. So, soul count. Oop. It's very sensitive. You see it's moving up and down over there. You just put it wherever you want. X, Y, Z coordinates? I'm not sure. Left and right? What are these then? Oh, the first two are scale, so this is the actual size. All right. These are probably affected by, yeah, when I click these, the numbers in the first two columns change automatically based on my selection, and then using this guy, X and Y coordinates for soul count, item selector, health, bars, all that jazz. Okay. Swap chain limiter. So this is not something that you would typically have to engage with. This is if you want to run the mod with HDR enabled, and or you want to use VRR support. I know it's red text, kind of hard to see here. Then you have to use the default setting of this flip swap chain enabled. But what this means is that you also don't get to choose the screen size. It is always necessarily borderless window, and you can't change the size. So if I go to video settings, it's saying windowed 1280 by 720. Clearly that's not it. It's just the mod with that swap chain thing forces it to be borderless full screen. I've also heard it's not recommended to use, the mod author, as I understand, also recommended do not use the built-in frame limiter here, which is typically not a problem because the game's just running at 60 FPS and is limited by default. So unless you're uncapping frame rate, I heard is also fraught and perilous. Breaks shit. You don't have to really mess with this stuff. The one thing that is interesting in here, under swap chain and frame limiter, also mod UI. So you may have installed this mod and opened the menu and seen that all this text was very small, or the whole menu was scaled down. Here you can change the font size of this menu. Me being a boomer, and also just for the legibility of the stream, I like to have it as large as it gets. And that's what we have here. That's the ability to enable and configure HDR. Quality, so I was going to look at not the different scaling options, because, you know, if you have NVIDIA, you're going to use DLSS. If you're AMD, you're going to use FSR most likely. If you're Intel, you'll probably use SMAA or whatever. Also, if you are using DLSS, I would also recommend trying out preset K, not necessarily preset L and M, the newest and latest and greatest, because in my experience there was like the handling of thin lines and things like that. I think it's also more performant, and I've actually settled on using preset K, even though I can certainly run the others. Image sharpening, by default, the image sharpening is is at a higher level than this. I'm not sure quite what it is. I put it down to 0.1 because I don't like the look of artificial sharpening, sort of haloing and stuff it can put around objects. So, programmer UI. Corey Hart wears sunglasses at night. It's cool. That's why am I wearing sunglasses inside on stream? Because I'm cool. Isn't that clear? And because it distracts you from my receding hairline. I'm inspired by Kit Boga. He wears sunglasses. Do people give him shit about it? Probably. All right, where were we? So, I mean, everyone's got sharpening their taste. If you like sharpening, sharpen it up. Shadow quality, I guess this probably changes the resolution of the shadows. Requires a restart, so we're not going to do that. But here's where we can try to start talking about performance and settings that you might actually want to tweak. And I think we'll probably want to look at these in more than one location to see their impact. But the global illumination render mode, I'm doing it at full resolution since I'm on a 5080 and it can handle it. You can also do checkerboard rendering, which is sort of a upscaling that was introduced with PlayStation 4, I believe. Or you can do half resolution, and these are going to bring you back some performance. So I don't know if in real time we'll see anything significant just based on changing it. I also don't know if these require a restart. These do. I don't think these require. What if I go to have to? Oh, that looks fantastic. We'll stick with full resolution. Sun shadows, hardware ray traced. Then we can go to percent closer. I forgot what it's called. This is NVIDIA technique. I think it's made now available on any. You can sort of see a little bit of change there, at least in this scenario. Probably more impactful in other situations, but you'll see it is definitely changing just how it's rendered. Depending on how much it impacts other scenes, that might be one where you can claw back some performance without really sacrificing too much of the presentation. I mean, at least right here, it's just the edges of the lit up areas changes a little bit. Water reflections, there's no water here. Global illumination quality. HWRT, hardware ray tracing. So the one right below it is also hardware ray tracing, but I noticed very different look and feel of the game. This is very has a completely different aesthetic. I'm in the wrong menu. Again, path tracing. So yeah, again, path tracing is aware of lighting information that's just not visible within the frame, so it can calculate what's going on behind you, and I think that's sort of a limitation of indirect GI. I'm not sure if that's exactly the case, but as you can see here, it definitely imparts a different look. Seems like a part of it might be just that my lantern's very bright. Turn the lantern off and see how different it is now. Ah, so I'm glad I did that. Because it seems like all it did is actually just change the behavior of the lantern. Because right now they actually look very, very similar. So I'm glad I caught that, not putting out misinformation there. Also, I'm not sure if that's going to have a significant impact on performance. Crazy. You know, I'm not seeing anything obvious in the background there, so maybe that is an option to fall back performance. Okay, quality. Where do we go here? Oh, there we go. Now, if we go to screen space reflections and screen space GI, now I'm not imagining things. I'm guessing the lighting profile for this map, you know, the lighting preset assumes you're using ray tracing, and that's why the lighting's poor. Also, we see these artifacts over here above my camera. There's like a light source that's sort of following the camera. Yeah, so maybe that, you know, indirect GI you can try again. Just in this one scenario, we didn't see any difference. But going lower than that seems to cause problems. Okay, I'm going to put my character light back up to 6. That's what I like to play at. Okay. Hey, Tommy. Yeah. All right, we're going to look at a little bit more here. I can probably play some music while we're chilling. While we're just configuring. Tommy needs my attention. You can't pick you up. I have a Tommy. You chilling? Hey, brother Thomas. Say hi to chat. We might have co-pilot status. All right, so lighting preset. Okay, so on this screen, jumping right. Oh, you're not seeing it. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's Tom the feline. So what I've done here, I'm gonna take off my glasses to accommodate some viewers who don't like them. Here we go. So I was in the user settings menu, and that's where all these categories are. We were looking at previously. Now I'm jumping over one to lighting preset. What you can see here is the drop-down menu shows the list of all atmospheres that are editable and available included with the configuration, and then the location. Kind of funny that the label is here, but this is the current profile, lighting profile, or lighting preset that's being used. So if I go to this menu and choose FOFG Pursuer, so this is showing which item in the list is currently enabled, and you can start tweaking things. I poked around in here a little bit, and some of it's beyond my ability to infer just based on tinkering and previous knowledge. But I did see some things that clearly have an effect and have some information to share with you about that. The sun temperature. So color temperature, what is the temperature of white? So it was a warm or sort of neutralish white. Let me turn down the music. Now it's a cooler white. You see that impacts everything. The bounce lighting because of the indirect GI. We have a cooler light, just a cooler looking place. Very cool. We go down to here, we start getting to like iron keep energy, right? Everything's just lava red. So just this one slider alone has a significant impact. So if you want to tweak things, you can tweak things. The very bottom of this is an ability to save all atmospheres. I'm not sure if it creates a separate user file for it, but there's also the ability to reset the atmosphere. So right now, if I find that I've been playing with stuff and I haven't saved it, but I wanted to go back, I don't like the icy cold flavor, I can do reset atmosphere and I'll restore to what has been saved. The other items here, can I move the menu? You can change the position or the direction of the sun. Sun color, again, I'm only going to show you things that I was able to explore and that I understand it, at least in some capacity. With the sun direction, so there's 3 different variables, and you can see as you start lighting these, the sun is pointing, and that you can sort of see it. Maybe it's like rotating away from this hole towards the back, get less of the volumetric light. This will be interesting to check out. We'll go to Majula, so we'll have a better look at what exactly that entails. I imagine these are different axes, so X, Y, and Z, so left and right, up and down, and then maybe depth, like how far away the sun is. Maybe not the best showcase of exactly what it's doing, but you'll see that it does get a sense of the impact. So this is maybe when the sun is right on the Earth. The sun is right on the Earth. Okay. Let's reset. So we go back to the vanilla. Then the sun direction. So I don't quite understand exactly what it's doing. What was interesting to me is that the position of this shadow, of this lighting gap right here, it doesn't change. So I think the position of the shadows is probably controlled by something else. So changing the sun direction doesn't move the shadows in the way that you might expect if you're moving the sun left to right. So that's just based on my limited understanding. But you can see that adjusting the sun direction definitely does have impact, and we'll check it out again at Majula. There are shadow settings, into which I haven't really dipped my toes very much. So again, I'm not going to try to teach things I don't understand yet. Maybe someday I will. But that was mostly the one thing I wanted to look at now. Second light I didn't quite understand, and then there's definitely a bit of complexity to these other settings here. So, all right. So let's reset again. And then let's go back to the Majula. We'll take a look at a couple more of these settings. Oops, wrong way. Kill the music. Change the whole color palette. I think there's a lot that's possible. Oh, one other thing I can show you is there's free cam. I hit F3. Oops. We're at some default starting point in the level. Right click and move around. There are some controls that are listed on their Discord. So while I slowly fly towards the area of the map that's actually loaded, let's see if I can quickly read those. Here we go. We have a screenshot. Move left, move up, move down. There's WASD. Highlight textures overridden toggle. No, I just want movement. Move up and down is D and V. No, V. V and what? Move up is C. D and V. Okay. Makes sense. This is the main thing. You can toggle wireframe and all that stuff. I just mostly want to move around. But, you know, you get to get a good view of parts of Dark Souls that you might not have ever seen from different vantage points. That was kind of fun. I mean, the fact that it's only loading where the character is, so you get all these sort of anomalies. There's probably better ways to do it, or to force it to load area you're in. But while you're in free cam, I can still control my character. Just run off screen. You do some machinima here. Watch random objects load in and out. Haven't explored it much, but it's just a matter of F3 on the keyboard. F3 in your back. I hit F3 again. Does it remember my position? Okay. Oh. I'm using my joystick now, the right joystick. Oh, it's because it's what's rendering is reflecting the way the game camera is. So as I rotate my camera left and right, basically what I'm doing is this. And then in the free cam view, that's determining what's being rendered. Right now, the game camera is not looking that way, but then if I rotate my joystick, interesting. All right. We're learning together, you guys. How does it feel to learn? All right. So let's get out of this mode. Let us go to Majula. The latest place I've arrived at in my testing playthrough is the Lost Bastille, which looks very awesome, very dramatic lighting, and that's when I kept on getting killed by the swarm of royal soldiers that pour out that door on the way to the boss arena. Many times. Fond memories at Majula. Milady, let us just quickly try some of those settings again. Because now we have, we know the sun is here. Collapse the whole thing. Let's play with sun direction and things. Maybe we'll better understand exactly what it's doing. You can sort of see it's rotate. The god rays are changing direction. It is interesting to me though, but that doesn't move the position of the shadows. I started moving something I didn't mean to. So you can click and drag, or you can, I guess if you double click, then you can edit the value. Single click, you can just drag. That the sun height, or now it's going, the sun is sinking into the water. So let's go to the edge of the land so we can see how it looks in how it impacts the ocean. Maybe get a better look. All right, everyone stare directly into the sun. In fact, I have to put on my shades because it's so bright right now. Bright right now. That's the left and right. So if you are doing a custom configuration, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to readjust the position of the shadows. Maybe not in real time, but you would have to sort of align the sun position manually with the shadows to make them look distant. Oh, there we go. So this is rotating the beam of light from the sun upwards and then down, and now it's going to slash us in the head. Interesting. So it's sort of like you can see that actually gives you a good view of it. It's like coming down from the top like a chopping motion. One direction. So this is sweeping left and right. What is the first one then? First one's also left and right? It must be just the other axis somehow. Hard to see, but alright. 3 axes of rotation. Let's reset it, and then let's just change the color temperature. Majula. Why don't I just minimize this so we can just see a little bit better? Changing one thing. Majula, what a beautiful place. Alright, let's change the temperature. I've collapsed the menu, I didn't even see it. Gold and gray Majula. Huh. It looks good, but it loses that warm, nostalgic, kind of inviting aspect. We can go hell on earth. Scorched earth Majula.
You're last.
Iron Keep Majula. What's up, Sans? How you doing? We've just been doing a little bit of tinkering, playing with the sun, playing with the colors. Moving the sun around. And change the sun color. Okay. Heal sun, baby. You do that, and then also the temperature? Oh, but it didn't save that. That's fine. Alright, this is not realistic stuff I want to do. But those are the settings I've sort of explored. At this point, important just to know that you can reset the atmosphere if you make any changes and you don't want to keep them. Yeah, I think that concludes sort of the tutorial portion, or the info config tips for this stream. But I guess for now we'll just play the game a little bit. If I can't get it further, I think I'm gonna go to No Man's Wharf. I think I'm a little bit better equipped than before. The Mexico filter, right? So Breaking Bad, and you're going down to I think that's sort of a yellow glaze. Now I'm also recording the stream now. While streaming it, I'm also doing a backup recording at 1440p. This time I'm saving it to the video recording to a separate drive, a separate SSD. So I'm curious if that will allow the recording to be more smooth and less stuttery. And right now the stream is looking really smooth, at least from the OBS preview. I also just reduced some of the quality settings a little bit in case it was just computer couldn't handle what I was asking of it. All right. I guess before we go to No Man's Wharf, let's go to Lost Bastille. I haven't shown that as part of this series yet, and it's something to look at. And I've, by virtue of just dying over and over again, I've cleared out most of the enemies permanently, lest I use a bonfire ascetic. Bonfire ascetic. We're by McDuff. Just really quick. Let me sit on this side. Right here. I'm not positioned the way I want to. I got a screenshot. I guess it matters how you line up with the yeah, I don't know. I captured a screenshot of this bonfire I was so enamored with, but I'm having a hard time replicating it. Oh, it's because it was this way. This is it. Okay. Now this vibe right here, the right side of the screen, get the blue light from Lost Bastille, and then shielded by the stone slab, and the warm coziness of the bonfire. Then my character's casting a shadow behind me. It just felt so comfy and safe and secure, and just successful at the feeling that the bonfire is supposed to convey. You haven't seen anything yet? What are you talking about? There's a boy McDuff. It's fantastic. Eluded him of all his things. One thing I didn't realize, that if you arrive at No Man's Wharf, I mean, if you arrive at the Lost Bastille this way, you can beat the entire, you can beat the Ruined Sentinel's boss, but you still don't get through this gate. You must come through No Man's Wharf to access the remainder of this level, unless there's an illusory wall or something I'm not aware of. I don't think you can get to the other parts of the level, so you just kind of go through half of the level to beat the boss, and then you just move on. Let's say hi to Lucatiel. I mean, I killed the boss, so I'm not sure if Lucatiel's still here. He's gone. You know what? I had lit a sconce up there, which is now out. Interesting. He's gone. Lucatiel. But even this, the dramatic lighting here, it's the silhouette, the illumination hitting the wall, and especially when you stand partially illuminated in the shadow. I'm enamored. I love this stuff. Oh, there's someone to fight. I thought this area looks quite dramatic. Sky's pretty intense. So you're usually not looking at the sky itself, but the way the tower, the broken tower, the spire are lit, beautiful. Let's go run to the boss arena. Quick look at that. Am I gonna get the new Steam controller? Maybe. Not itching to get it. I do think it's cool that they've updated it. I actually have the old Steam controller, and the new one definitely addresses a lot of my main concerns with that previous one. Oh, here, I might get killed again. These guys might be still alive. I got murdered so many times. I guess they're dead. At least some of them are dead. I got murdered so many times in this, this area. Hey GA, how you doing? The original Steam controller only has one joystick, and it's nice to have the pads, but now that you can have the best of both worlds, and it's all been vetted, it's basically a Steam Deck without the computer. It's the same control schema. Uh-oh, someone's alive. I died so many times here that, you know, a couple of them come out, and then more come out, then like 8 more come out, and they're so easy one-on-one, but when you're swarmed by these fuckers, they mercilessly skewered me several times. I did light a lamp down there. The light doesn't carry this far. But look at this. It's so inviting to come down here now. It's lit. Here's the famous door to nothing. Like Winchester Mystery Home. Oh shit! I almost got trolled. Uh oh, staggered. Bruh. They almost got me. Tanemura almost got me again. After so many, I knew exactly what was here. But lighting sconces or braziers has just been so satisfying, again, because of just how cool everything looks. I should probably equip the I don't block, I don't need a shield. The gawking, for gawking. Looks so cool. I love the shadow that's cast on the wall by whatever this weird thing is, container. How do you get it in there? Did they build it around him, or maybe it's got a hole in the bottom and they drop it onto him somehow? He likes to blow up. Am I gonna regret this? He died right away. Now, if anyone in chat knows, is there another way to get to... Is there a way from here to get to the other half of Lost Bastille without going through No Man's Wharf? Is that just how you do it? This hallway, there's a couple dudes over there still. They noticed me. This area is so dramatic when the fog wall is still here. Boss arena. This is quite grand as well. Love it. Fall damage. Dark and spooky right here, but then wherever the light shines through, it's just so dramatic. Powerful. I know that there are a number of illusory walls and secrets in Lost Bastille, but I think they're all on the other side. I don't think I can get at any of them here. No, I don't remember. No, there's places where you have to jump, and yeah. I mean, I can envision them in my head.
Girl action 2.
I think they're all on the other side.
What is the glow around your character?
The glow is the visual effect of a ring I'm wearing. Chloranthy ring, which makes my stamina recover more quickly. The green bar recovers more quickly. Just to verify if I take it off. No green. I could wear something else instead, but it's actually a very useful ring. I do have the stone ring, which reduces enemy poise. I can wear that for a while. Have a cleaner character image. Yeah, but for me, like, so just any, you know, I end up taking so many screenshots because I guess just compared to other games I've seen, everything feels like it could be like a hero shot. It's very, everything looks so good. Let's set the UI to auto hide again. It disappears every once in a while. I can hide me. Now, if you're watching this video and you do have an HDR monitor or an OLED, I do encourage you to enable that feature in the mod menu, which was under user settings here. Enable HDR monitor output. You do have to restart the game. For me, I mean, it does look dramatically better. It's well implemented HDR. Then we go here. Someone blows up over here. I got blown up right after the boss fight. Where are they? There they are. Okay, Tadimura! You just finished the Ruined Sentinels fight and he tries to blow you up. And then you get here to safety. And you think, well, maybe let me just go downstairs real quick, and then there's a pursuer, optional pursuer fight. Now this area is interesting to look at for the lighting because we have the light from the bonfire, nice and cozy. But then just the small strands of light that make their way through the beams there. So you get these little streaks of the blue night lighting. The way they fade and everything looks... So it's just such complexity to how the light is moving around the room. I don't know how to explain it. Right down there was nothing else. I think if I have a Pharaoh's Lockstone, I could unlock something. We came from this way, right? We did. So hold on. What's this other door? Maybe this is how I get to the rest of the level. I don't think I may have not seen this door. Arena looks a little bad in vanilla. Flat lighting looks way better here. I would agree. And I think it's not automatic. You know, as we saw from the bit of configuration tweaking I was doing earlier, there's some authorship in how the lighting is applied and styled in this mod, and I tend to appreciate and enjoy. I don't know how much of this is just the technical aspect of the mod making lighting more realistic, but I think just the way it ends up looking is great, and however much is that of the look is attributable to the author, then more power to them. I think this is the rest of the level. I think this is where, okay, I was tripping. I can get there. Okay, so I guess we'll do stuff here. I haven't been here yet. Of course there's a trap. Horse! Full moon. Here, let's kill the music since we're actually playing the game now. How about the ambience? Bastille key. Dark and spoopy. I'll go up first. So scary. I don't remember this. I know it's full of death traps. Death traps abound. Explodey guys. There's some explodey guys in here, right? Yep. Explodey dudes. They crawl at you and they explode. Oh wait, I have my UI to always hide. That's probably not a good choice. I need to see it sometimes. Like when I need to see how much health I have left. Can we break these? Oh, we can. These ones are non-explosive. Heal up. What's behind this door? Fossil. Oh boy. I'm sure this will be safe. What could... There's gonna be safety over here. Well, thankfully they blew up before I got to me. Uh-oh! I got him. The way the environment illuminates when these souls from your slain enemies fly to you is also cool looking. Okay. You soldier on. It's so dark. Fucking A, dude. It's dark. Fuck. I don't remember. Oh god. Dead end? This... Oh god. The purposeless closet. Maybe that's what the YouTube commenter was talking about. Just random stone walls. Non-decorated that go nowhere. It's so dark. It could really benefit from a torch. Or a means to light the torch. Oh, I remember this. This is the elevator. Friendly elevator. Wait, nope. This is literally probably what the YouTube commenter was talking about. There are just random hallways, nondescript hallways that go nowhere. I think that's mostly in this map, though. I don't think that's true throughout the entire game. Very dark. And I actually like this. I mean, I would like to have a torch, and I want an option I could... Oh, shit. One thing I could do is just go back and get a torch. This lighting is so cool. Oh, shit. We got multiple tangos. The souls swirling around light up the environment, help me see. This is another one where there's just the one light source. The way it filters into the room. Fucking awesome, dude. Any more of you guys lurking back here? Is this the elevator? I hear something moving. I don't like it. Who's moving? You hear that? Probably don't need my sunglasses for this portion. This is, it's the cage elevator? It is. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that yet. This is how you go to the tower. I'm not trying to do, that's like gargoyles, right? I'm not trying to do the gargoyles yet. I want to get to a bonfire. Oh, a bunch of these dudes. Where they get all up in arms. They're very courteous for not rushing me. I need a branch. I need a branch for the freaking... for the bonfire! Do I feel like they should add more light sources throughout the game? I don't know. I mean, I think it's the idea is that it caters to the original proposition of the game. You know, the early videos where the torch was an essential tool for navigating your environment. Now, I did see there was already a mod released on the Nexus that makes more torches accessible early game to help facilitate this scenario. So there are a couple of drops, like I think there's one in Things Betwixt and one in Majula, and instead of giving you one torch, it gives you like 5 or 6. And I think it makes the cat vendor sell unlimited flame butterflies and maybe also sell torches. I would prefer if, maybe not the creator of the path tracing mod, maybe it's not their position, but like a mod like that just makes it easier to get torches. But then it's a fun gameplay element. I'd rather that than the mod author arbitrarily add torches where, you know, I don't know. That makes sense? So I could open the other cell. Let me in! Petrified Dragon Bone. I think that's the top tier after Twinkling Titanite weapon upgrade material, isn't it? Or maybe dragon weapons. Oh, this is just dropping back into that. Dropping into the gargoyles area. Alright, well, we found a bonfire, but not doing us much good. So I either have to take the elevator or I have to go down here. Oh boy. Oh no, wait, I think I can go down further though, right? So dork. I could also turn up my player light. Player lantern. I just love how this looks without more lights. Just the moodiness and just the dim glow. For me, it adds to the atmosphere. Makes it more compelling. Wait, so this was the closet to nothing. Was there no other downstairs? Do I have to take the elevator? Isn't there an illusory wall somewhere here? My brain's tickling a little bit. Oh, there's a ladder. Or... In this game you have to press A on illusory wall. Thank you. I forgot. Thank you. You're right. none of this attacking it, I probably wouldn't have remembered for so long. Thank you, Kyle. What a save. Here, I need to put on my specialty viewing lenses. There we go. This allows me to see illusory walls anywhere in the game. It sort of maps an overlay. I see the illusory walls. And I happen to remember that. Oh, there. See, I knew that was there because of the my cyberpunk goggles. Yeah, this is what I remember. What I don't remember is exactly where. Oh, the bonfire is just McDuff's. Oh shit! Got a pursuer. Oh. Just don't do the fucking curse thing. The scrub. Oh, what? That hit me? Shit. We're doing the curse thing. Run away. Oh, he disappeared because I went in here. He's probably gone. I didn't get to kill him. Oh, he's still here. No, die. I killed him. He was trying to leave. That's actually a pro strat. That was hilarious. I procced his animation to leave, and then he was locked into trying to escape. The coward. And then I killed him while he was helpless to defend himself. I feel cool again. Cool, reestablished. Coolness restored. Probably got a couple souls for that, 13k. I would love to remember where the bonfire is. Now, I know there's a jump I can do. We're here. My fat ass with all my armor, can I do it? Yep. Ooh, almost overdid it. Ah! Torch! A flame butterfly. Oh god, jumping back. This seems fraught. Bowman. Don't fall down! Racing knuckle ring. That slows down weapon deterioration. So I think it's just McDuff's bonfire, but I have to open the gate. Getting to that gate is you have to get through this fucking courtyard, which is a freaking nightmare. If I recall correctly. Stop shooting me! Thinking! Fuck you! Oh god. I thought maybe I was falling into nothingness. Oh, I've already been here. I just looped back. Am I? Wait, there's a... Yeah. Fuck. This is not... That's not progress. I might have to take the elevator. I think there's more. I think there's more than meets the eye. I think there's still more. I think I can jump across and walk along that edge. I think there's something more you can... Ah, maybe it's not here. I can't remember. Bro! Was there another option? Could I like go down a ladder here or something? I could drop in from a perilous height. That's not a good idea. Funny, I'm familiar with this game, but it's been long enough where, you know, I remember things again once I see them, but I don't remember exactly how to get to... how to get from A to B every time. Or what all the secrets are. See, there's one of these where you can walk along the edge to get a shiny. I don't see the shiny. I don't think it's here. I think it's somewhere else. I think I have to take the elevator. I don't think dropping in is viable from here. I do have a torch now. But if I light it once, then I can't relight it. I think I only have one flame butterfly. We'll do without for now. We really need a torch. Now, is there another illusory wall? No. I guess we're going to have to take the fucking elevator? I'm apprehensive because I don't remember where it goes. I don't think this is a spike trap elevator, say. I think it might be. There's certainly some risk involved here. Where was it? Was it up here? No. It was... Are there any other illusory walls? I don't know. How you doing, Johnny Bundle? Johnny Bundle! What's making this noise? Maybe there's a dude in one of these things. Oh, wait, here's the elevator, right? It is, okay. Well, fuck it. Our 13,000 souls. Look how crazy this lighting is right there in the cage. Pretty scary. Maybe now's a good time to use the torch. How about that? See, the torch is so meaningful now. We were so, if every place was well lit, I wouldn't really care so much about this torch, but now I care a lot about it. Trapped? No trap. Wilted dusk herb. Filthy magic users. You would not go into the elevator? I didn't have a choice. It was there or nowhere. Oh god. Mannequin. They don't usually roll alone, I don't think. At least one more in here. So scary! Got chests, but surely someone's gonna attack me if I try to get a chest. I want to get them all. There's a Pharaoh's Lockstone, there's 2 ladders. Get the treasure. Keep our third eye out for threats. Windblade, Windblade. Carrying dagger. Oh. 3 treasures in the same room. Bone staff. Do I go up ladder A or ladder B? I gotta keep moving. I have a time limit on my torch. I do want to take a moment to see what's the bone staff. Magic. Sorcery. Alright, fuck it, we'll go this way. I see a dude over there. Bowman. What if we go up here? Quick check. While you're on the ladder, your torch time freezes, which I thought was generous. Which suggests that your torch is actually being put out while you climb the ladder. Then how does it reignite? Again, this type of scenarios, this is like what they were selling in the fucking early Dark Souls 2 trailers. You're just like, it's dark, you're down the hallway, you can't see shit. And the way the shadows play when they're accurate, it's so cool. Scared. That end? I could drop in. For what purpose? Where am I dropping in? Do we YOLO it? YOLO? Oh, I'm back. Oh, well, I didn't unlock this gate, but we made it back with our lives. I'm out of Estus. Woo. Quick breather. All right, I'm gonna go use the restroom briefly. While I do that, play some tunes, and I've added more screenshots to the slideshow here, so I'll have some on-theme background content for while I step away for a moment. You think it would be interesting to do in various points, but it'd be exhausting if the entire game was that dark and you had to manage torches like it was Shadowgate, and you only use one-handed weapons the entire time. I agree. I don't know how many areas of the game will be that dark. You know, Lost Bastille is always kind of dark. I mean, it's all interior, enclosed places, and it's night, right? So I think Lost Bastille is a dark level. Naturally, No Man's Wharf is a very dark level. Like Dragon Airy, it's gonna be fine, right? It's like Anne Orlando. But I think that's part of the tension, the dynamics. Like, all right, I want to have light. A, do I have a torch? B, if I'm using a torch, then I'm also limited just to, you know, using a single weapon in single-handed mode. And that's part of the you know, what you have to negotiate. It's a challenge that's not a part of the original game, but now it's there. But I understand people might not like that, and I think, you know, I think this idea of mods might be a better solution for it. Maybe there's a mod that adds light sources, but I don't think that adding light sources into the base path tracing mod is the right solution. Because I like it that it's more pure, and that it, you know, that gives you the option to engage with this new gameplay challenge. And then I think either through mods or whatever, there should be ways to remedy that, whether it's adding new light sources or just making torches super plentiful or whatever. You know what I mean? But hey, people definitely have opinions about Dark Souls 2, so welcome. Be sure to write to the wiki or go to the right appropriate subreddit and make sure you make your thoughts known. Or go mention it to the mod author. The Discord's public. There's a Nexus page. I'm sure they read their comments. All right, I gotta pee. We'll be right back.
Girl Action 2 says, TAPI never checks the plumbing anymore. He just goes and pees.
I do check the plumbing. I just do that off stream now. Shantae. Banger. All right. So we got a little bit more to do on the stream today. Switch back to gameplay. Hopefully that works. I'm optimistic that the video recording today will be high fidelity, and I think the stream's also been smooth. I haven't observed all of the stuttering that I typically do in the OBS preview, and maybe that was my fault. Maybe because of the recording settings I had, that was just interfering with both the stream stability and the recording stability. We got some money. Talk to Macduff. Da-da-da-da-da. Macduff.
I ought to fetch a new ember. Flame, dear flame.
I was watching some lore videos about Dark Souls, and there's one interesting sort of notion or concept someone mentions that all the Dark Souls, I mean, all the blacksmiths in these games, so Andre, the giant blacksmith, Macduff, they're among the few NPCs that never go hollow, or human NPCs that never go hollow. And the argument was, it's because they are so committed to their work. You know, Andre and Macduff, they're so passionate about the embers and the flame and breaking out these swords. That gives them a persistent purpose. But then they never lack purpose and go hollow. Or forget their purpose because they're always just doing it. I don't know if that's true. That was just a theory by a YouTuber. I kind of like that notion. Except for Lucatiel, I think, had a purpose, and she does hollow and forget, so... You know, maybe it's just speculation. I'm gonna take a closer look at Macduff here. Hello? He's so quiet. His hammer's so loud. Why is he whispering?
His reason makes him doubt flame. And so we waver and falter.
Oh, you know what? For the back half of the stream, again, to accommodate audiences with different preferences. Some people really hate that I'm wearing sunglasses and clearly trying to distract everyone from my suboptimal hairline. The fucking... I need to gerrymander my hairline or something. But I'm gonna throw on this. I think this is certainly a better distraction from my hairline. It's not super effective, but it's just so distracting that you probably guys won't even know what hairline, right? What does he sell? The Uchi! Requires 16 decks. I often play with the Uchi. Uchi and the Claymore have been weapons that I've most typically used across all these games most often. Royal Kite Shield? Nothing special about this shield. Easy to use. My arrows. He's got large shards. I don't need any of that right now. Do I want to... I don't think I can reinforce this further now, can I? I need chunks. I need chunks of Titanite. Not available. Also, I kept on saying that this is not going to be an actual playthrough, and I still think that's true. My character's name continues just to be Test. But I keep on wanting to play and experiment with the mod and like see what's next, so I just end up going further and deeper into my non-playthrough of the game. Test is the chosen undead born. Have I thought about getting on finasteride? Is that a drug? Is that a pharmaceutical product? What is finasteride? Was that for hair, like Rogaine? I haven't thought about it. Isn't it too late for me? Don't you need to be like prescient and start fighting hair loss before it's too late? Like before it's already happening? Man, I love this game now. I mean, I've always loved this game, but I love playing it again. I'm such a fucking graphics goober that it... be stoked. Alright, I guess leveling? I did buy the cat ring, so potentially if I do another stream of this non-playthrough, we could go down and fall down the hole and go down to the, what's that place where the Rat Authority is? Here for lols, let's zoom out our camera. With the camera mod, edit a value in a text file and Bob's your uncle. Okay, now we got cinematic distant cam. Look how small I am. This is small. Very bright. I have to shield my eyes. That is a fun little option, just to be able to change the camera in this way. It just gives you a different awareness of the layout of the town. Oh, I enjoy this kind of stuff. I guess as a visual artist and nerd, that kind of thing is fun for me. Hello?
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way.
I can spam L1 at a distance. Look at my enthusiasm.
It has so many others.
Looks like I have one level up here. Though I probably have pocket souls. Now at this point, I'm at 20 ADP, which gives me 96 agility. I think that's like the same as mid-roll iframes in other Souls games. I'm not sure. But I'm at the point where it's hard to put points into ADP. Started putting a couple points into Dex so I could use a bow. And then also if I end up wanting to use Dex weapons at some point in the playthrough, that could be useful. Strength is already at diminishing returns here. He's giving me a little bit more damage. Vitality, because I just like wearing all kinds of different stuff, one of my highest level stats is my vitality, which is just equip load. I always use more stamina and poise boys. Let's put one more into strength for now. Doesn't really matter too much. What should I do with my remaining 5,000 ducats? If I buy enough stuff from this dude, I think he'll give me the butterfly set or something like that. At the same time, these would all be just purchases of charity because I don't actually need or want anything from him. Oh, this is interesting, seeing an interior with the longer camera. I mean, it's less well suited. Not as well suited.
I'm glad to.
I'm not trying to buy any of this. Elite Knight Armor? Heavy. For noobs.
Always open for business.
I did buy the Falconer helm just for fashion. Also actually pretty balanced stats. It's got the frickin' feather. I need to zoom the camera back in for this. Barely make out the plume. The plumage, there you go. Silhouetted plumage. Propecia is the brand name, and it will regrow hair in most men. Gonna go to a Dairy Queen and get the new Cinnamon Toast Crunch soft serve. While you're there, can you pick me up some finasteride? I think they have it. And email that to me. Some finasteride. All right, let's revert our camera. Look at that plumage. So plumed. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap up here because I don't have too long tonight with work in the morrow. But I will take a brief moment, just in case there's any people who have just seen me for the first time on YouTube and wonder who the hell is this guy and why am I doing any of this? And why should they maybe care or consider my opinion to have any merit at all? So let me jump into OBS. Okay, not that one. There we go. That's not where I wanted to start, but... So, my YouTube channel, my main channel, where I'm posting these videos now, something I worked on a lot more with a lot more earnest and focus over a decade ago, because I was younger and had less responsibilities and could focus more of my time on YouTube. And the way I made, the way I earned any subscribers, I'm at like 2.9K. I was making modding tutorials about Bethesda games. Specifically E&B series, which I know has a sort of a tainted reputation these days, but graphics mods and other mods, how to configure them. They could be very complex and they weren't very well known. How to edit things and fix little issues. You see, these are some of my more popular files or videos. Also did some videos about Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, as you can see here. Did also make some just silly videos. Ghost Road Dog Extreme. But I also got into creating mods of my own. Most famously, I made some mods for Fallout New Vegas and for Skyrim and for Fallout 4. Here we go. We're just gonna yeet this guy real quick and then I'll get back to the subject matter there. Let's get out of this. Stop this. So the mods for which I have the most renown that were most successful for me were the Ojo Bueno texture pack for Fallout New Vegas. There's also the Poco Bueno texture pack, which was smaller and more performant. I did a lot of texture work. This is my first and only texture project, really. I guess I made some for Fallout 4, but just got into modding with Fallout New Vegas, both on the shaders and graphics side, and then doing a lot of texture replacers. That was popular, and then there's the enhanced shaders, which is the ENB shader package. See some of these screenshots here. And that's why I've been, that maybe gives you some context of why I'm so excited about path tracing mod, because I was always interested in this kind of stuff, taking like a game and with better technology, especially around lighting and shadows and just shaders and presentation. So it's been a passion of mine. And again, for me, these were always transformative for Fallout New Vegas, and I feel the same way about this mod for Dark Souls 2. It's just like it's almost like a new game for me. What else? Oh, so I also did a couple mods I did a little bit of a texture pack for Fallout 4. This one was much smaller. Again, because at this point I was getting older and having less free time, but I did have fun and I put a lot of effort into the few textures that are available. We have the American espresso machine. And then also for Skyrim. I always loved this before after. This is back in like 2011, 2012, and this is the vanilla game. And this is with enhanced shaders, which is not ray tracing, but it's approximations of the same types of techniques. It's screen space solutions, but it's ambient occlusion. There's indirect illumination, global illumination approximates. I've always loved this stuff, so that's why I'm doing what I do right now. And then the last thing I'll say is, all right, so this was my, that we looked at my main YouTube channel. You can also see that I've got a secondary YouTube channel where I've amassed a total of 19 subscribers, but this is where I'm posting my my other videos that are just VODs of the Twitch streams. Currently in the midst of a extended, heavily modded Fallout New Vegas playthrough, which you can see me on Twitch. I guess people on YouTube might not know that this is in fact on Twitch. You can come see me. This is in fact on Twitch. Oh shit! See me. Infinite loop. See me. This is in fact. Nope. Shit! Get out of here. You can come watch me on Twitch, and I have a few other playthroughs that I've posted on here. Pretty much a derelict channel, but now I'm starting to grow it a little bit. So, all right. That said, hopefully you found the stream either like mildly informative or casually entertaining, or some combination of the two, and hopefully you guys don't know anything about my hairline at this point. I'm desperately trying to conceal it from everyone. I'm just trying to bedazzle you with accessories, head accessories and stuff. But hey, until next episode, my next stream should be tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna go back to Fallout New Vegas, so I don't want to lose my momentum on that. If nothing else, I definitely want to get through the main campaign. I might take a break then before doing DLC, or I don't know exactly how that works, but at this point, it'll be like 6 months of me doing this playthrough, and I kind of want to make room for the Dark Souls 2 playthrough in earnest, with less nerdy tinkering and stuff. So we'll see. I don't have to. I'll decide later. But thank you guys for hanging out. All yours to Kyle, Real Action Sansies, Johnny Bundle, Roots was here earlier, anyone else who was lurking, Soriku. Appreciate your company, see you around the bend, and until next time, y'all have a good one. Peace!
Thank you.
Goodbye.